Hey guys, my name is Amanda Gaston and welcome to another computer class. Today we're going to be working on library databases. So today I am going to be focusing specifically on Mango and Duolingo. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. So I am on my personal computer today because I kind of like the way the visual effect looks. But so we're going to open up a web browser. And I like Safari. And like I told you guys in the Google Chrome class, you have the option of choosing whatever internet browser is your preference. Like I said, I personally like Safari, but Google Chrome will do in a pinch. So from here, we're going to talk on the library's website. So shlibrary.org. I use it pretty often. So if it comes up, you just have to kind of hit enter and it'll fill the rest in. So from the website, you will hit where it says databases and it'll load and take you to the entire website. If you decide you don't want to hit databases, but you want to like use the tab that it has, you can do hit databases by category, which will allow you to see all of the databases, but it kind of breaks it down so it's easier to see and it doesn't overwhelm you. So we are going to go to the educational tab and we'll hit that and it'll open up. So today we're going to be talking about, like I said, Mango and Duolingo, which are both tools to learn another language. We're going to do Mango first because Mango is a library sponsored database, which means that we pay for it so that our patrons have it and they can log on and access it via their library card. Okay, so since I was logged in earlier as a guest user, I'm still logged in, but I'm going to log out and then I'll show you guys how to get access. So since I've logged out, what you see is the option for it. First, it's a South Holland Public Library, and then it's asking you to log in. You do not have a email or username or a password because you are a patron, so you are going to ignore that and you're going to hit use Mango as a guest. From there, you're going to put your library card in. I am going to pause the screen because I feel like it's a security risk for you guys to see my library card number. And then I'll enter my library card number. I have to make sure I put it in right. Okay, and then from there, you'll hit use Mango as a guest, which will allow you to log in. So from there, you're going to get this screen, which says pick a language. So it gives you 6 basic languages that they think everyone wants to learn, but you also have the option of over 70 languages. So it's broken down into alphabetical order for easier access. We are going to learn Creole today. When we first opened it up, I was practicing, so it said we were learning French. Creole is, from what I know, a broken down version of French, but you know, I don't know much, so don't quote me on it, okay? So once we've gone through our login and everything, we've chosen our language, we are going to get this screen. So it gives you the Learn tab as well as the Tools tab. Tools is it's like a Google Translate. It's a translator, so you can type whatever you want in English, and it will come out in Haitian Creole. And that's the only thing in the Tools tab. Okay, and then in the Learn tab, you're going to get your lesson. So it's going to break down the main units. So you have 4 main units, and then in the unit 1, as they call it, people, it also breaks down in itself how many chapters you have and how many lessons you have. It gives you the goals right here, which tells you what they want you to learn in chapter 1. And then as you continue to scroll, you kind of see what else they have for each chapter and what's the breakdown. It tells you how many chapters are in each unit and then how many lessons are in each chapter altogether. And then from here, from the support section, it's basically if you have any feedback to give them, you'll hit submit. And then if you need any extra support, you'll hit this link. If you see the little bell, it's made for notifications. If you have any or you receive any notifications, you'll get it there. If not, you'll hit exit. But if you do, you'll hit where it says clear notifications. And then you have finally the guest user tab, which is your profile, and it gives you the option to create a profile, but I will not, but we're gonna do that now. So in creating a profile, it's asking you to sign up again. You'll sign up with your email, your card number, and a password. We're gonna do that now. You guys can all take your time. I have bracelets on. You guys can all take your time and enter in your information. I'm gonna do mine. Okay, so I put my email in, I put my card number in, and now it's asking for a password. I personally like to use passwords and save them to my computer because that is an option. And then underneath the password, you do see the requirement for it to be 8 characters long characters, as I stated in the Google, the Gmail class is letters, numbers, and symbols, as well as spaces technically. So you should also include in your passwords 1 capital letter, lowercase, and it should be a variation, as well as at least 2 numbers and 2 symbols, just so that security reasons are easier. And it shouldn't be your birthday, because people are more than likely to use their birthdays as passwords. And so if you use a birthday, you should use it someone that most people do not know you're connected to, or a birthday that most people don't know. You should also not use 1, 2, 3, 4, because that is, again, very easy, and most people use 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's very easy to hack. So I have put my email in, my library card number, as well as my password, and then I'll hit sign up. Okay, and I'm gonna resume the screen now. So, and now it's asking for a data consent form. You have the option of reading, and by clicking to agree, you allow that you're agreeing that you're over 16, as well as the data consent. So I'm gonna click agree, and then it's saving all of my information. I'm gonna save my password. So again, now that we have all our information saved, we have the option of opening up our passwords, and I will put in my email. So I'm just gonna put yes in, and then what I did was I changed my name because I do not like my email to be what my username is, my full name is. You can add the organizations that they're connected to, but because this is through a library, and technically this is through South Holland, I'm not going to add an additional organization. But if another library like Dalton or Calumet City or any other South Suburb libraries have this the subscription as well, then it won't be South Holland, it'll read your personal library. And an easy way to try is to go in and put your library card number in, and you'll know for sure, or you can just check the website and check their database section as well. You have the option of having family profiles. You can add your family members in, and then that way you can enrich the lives of everyone you know. And then it also tracks your activity. So I didn't sign in or up, so it hasn't tracked it. Okay, so we're gonna break down what we learned within the sections. So in chapter 1, unit 1, the first thing you're gonna get is you're gonna get a tutorial, which kind of explains what it gives you. So you're gonna learn with conversations, and then you'll be able to read what it says. You're gonna learn with practice and punctuation, sorry, pronunciation and speaking. Sorry, punctuation is a really easy word for me to spit out in order to help me pronounce something else. So practice and pronunciation and speaking. So you're gonna get that, and you're gonna be able to read that as well. You're going to recognize patterns. And then you're going to be able to compare your voice to that of what the speaker is saying in the website. So it's asking to please tap to continue. And then this is kind of the breakdown of what you'll learn in lesson 1. And then you also get the tutorial again. So this is where the tutorial came from. And if you have any extra questions, you'll be able to kind of see what you're getting yourself into in that section. So before we start, I want to break down what we're going to see in the top right hand corner. So the 3 arrows that are pointing up in both ways, if you hit it, you'll get your keyboard guide, which will allow you to see how to hit the next and back slides, how to display answers to quizzes during the quiz slides, how to replay the current slide from the beginning, and then how to extend the clock timer during the slides. If you hit the question mark one, it's again the support. And if you hit the little gear, it's the settings. So it'll help you figure out how to arrange the volume, I'm going to turn mine down a little bit because I am in the boardroom, how to turn on and off the narrator, how to add closed captioning. I'm a good closed caption fan. And then a quiz timer. I'm going to turn it off because I don't like timings. And then you'll hit exit. Okay. And from there, we're going to hit start on our lesson.
Delightful conversations like this. Bonjour. Comment vous est?
Moins bien. Et vous-même?
Moins bien tout, merci. Moins les mots.
Okay. So from here, you kind of get the breakdown of the conversation. So you get, not only do you hear it when you turn the sound on, you also see it. So you get the translation here, as well as you get it at the bottom of your screen, because I'm a little weird and I like to get the captions. And then it also gives you the captioning for whatever the person is saying, just in case you miss something. And then once everything is done, you'll hit next. And this here kind of breaks down what you're hearing. And you can kind of hover. If you hover over everything, it'll tell you how to pronounce words. So you're able to kind of break down how to pronounce it. From here, you can do a voice comparison.
Bonjour. Comment vous est?
Gives you the pronunciation. You can hear it first from someone else, so you can kind of emulate, and it also replays it. And then
here's how you would say hello. Bonjour.
It gives you a breakdown of how to say every single piece. It's a quiz kind of, so from here you kind of just keep hitting and going, and then that's how it kind of continues. It's a lesson. It won't let me. And then it continues like that. So
Moins bien. Et vous-même? Moins bien. Et vous-même?
You'll hear the pronunciation, and then you'll have to practice it and emulate it yourself. And then once you're done, you'll hit the little exit at the top left, and you have the option in this corner over here of resuming your learning if you decide that you want to pick up on another day. To exit out altogether, you will come to the top left corner where you see the topic of Haitian Creole, and you'll hit the little arrow in the image, and it'll give you other languages if you decide you want to do that. It'll give you other languages as well as the option to resume or to delete. If you decide to just leave it there, that you want to pick up another language, we'll do French because it's kind of easy to. It's a breakout. And you decide you want to do French, you just have to hit French and then you'll hit start learning. And from there, it'll give you the same exact things from Creole, maybe a couple of extra tabs. Like we have the Explore tab now, which kind of gives you Mango movies. Just so that, because people do learn differently, so you have other options. And then back to the Learn tab, it gives you the exact same thing, maybe a couple extra, like I said, like you'll have specialty units that we didn't have before. but it still breaks down your units, how many chapters are in your units, how many lessons are all together. And then when you're done with that, you'll hit the same little arrow that you did for Haitian. And if you decide you don't want to learn anything, you'd rather just delete it, you can hit delete. And what'll come up is the lesson that you did not delete and that you had in the first go around. So that's about it for Mango. And so we're gonna go back to our databases, and if you've deleted the tab, which you shouldn't, it should just kind of open another tab when you hit Mango. But if you did, you type in the website again, you'd go to the tab that says databases, and then you can either hit it or you can hit database by category. You'll go down to educational, and then instead of hitting Mango all the way at the bottom, it's like the second from the bottom, you'll hit the second from the top, which is Duolingo. Okay, and so I was still logged into Duolingo. So let's hit learn. Okay. So I decided I wanted to learn Romanian a while back. So I'll just fiddle with it. But if you were to come onto the website, this is the first thing you would see. Learn courses for English speakers. You have the option of changing what language you speak, but because we do speak English, we are going to leave it as I speak English. And these are your language options. So it's pretty good, and it'll tell you if something is in beta testing, so it's not fully prepared, but you can learn these languages. Okay, so I am actually going to learn Italian today. So from Italian, it'll break down who contributed to the course, as well as giving you about how many active learners there are. So we're gonna hit start course. And then if you guys noticed, it changed from the flag for Romanian, I believe that's what we were learning, and changed it to the Italian. So that happens, and then you can also add a new course. You can hit add a new course and go back. So but we're still learning Italian. And then from there, you have the option of creating a profile or signing in, but we're just gonna learn the basics at the moment. So if you hit the little place that says basic 1, it's gonna give you a picture. So this is the first step. It wants you to be able, it's kind of like a matching game. So you'll play matching. And once you hit it, it gives you the pronunciation. And then you hit next and then check it. And if you're right, it'll say continue. If you're wrong, it'll say X, and it'll still allow you to continue. But it'll come back to it later on.
La ragazza.
This is the thing we're learning today. And it kind of continues on that way. So it's a lot of matching. And then once you hit exit, you end the session, because I just decided to end the session. I pressed the exit button, and it asked me if I was sure, and I said yes. So you can only do so far. From my research, it allows you to get until like maybe the 4th lesson before you have to create a profile. When you've completed half of the lesson, it's going to offer for you to create a profile in each section. So you can, you'll do half, and then it'll ask to create a profile, and you can skip it. And then you finish the other half, and you'll go to the next one, and it'll keep asking you until you get to the 4th one, and then it won't let you do any more until you create a profile. So we're going to create a profile. Okay. So from there, it's going to ask you your age, and so, okay, and then I'm going to pause my screen so you guys can't see my email and my password. And it has the option of allowing you to connect to your Facebook or your Google, but I always like to put in a different email or the same email. I have a spam email that I created specifically for when I join things. I have an AOL that I don't use, so when I join like memberships for certain things that I'm never going to use, I have that email. But then for things that I do for work that I'll probably use, like learning another language or those, I have a specific email for that as well. So I put that in instead of connecting to my Google. And then you'll hit create profile, and then it's going to ask you to put a phone number in. So you have the option of putting your number in and them texting you a link, or you hitting maybe later. I'm going to hit maybe later, but you do have the option of having that. And then once you've created your profile, you can go as far as you want. It'll let you go as far and as long as you want. You can kind of connect with your friends on Facebook. You have the option of I like to save passwords, like I said with Mango. You have the option of discussing things with people all over the world. So you can kind of go in and it's like a chat room. Where you decide what you want to respond to. You can shop. But we haven't won anything, so until you win something, you can't. Shopping isn't exactly recommended. The More tab has events. That you can kind of go to and practice. If you like see details, it'll tell you about it. It gives you the day, but this also allows you for you to RSVP. It'll tell you where it is. But due to Corona, I would suggest Zoom. And then let's go back some more. You have the dictionary, which does Italian English translations, and then Word, which you haven't learned any Italian words, so this keeps track of the words you've learned, not just in Italian. This crown keeps track of the crowns you earn when you continue to go into new levels. The streak says every day that you do something, like as long as you continue every day that you practice, you create a streak. In lingots, you have to shop for lingots, I guess. And then if you hover over the person where your face is supposed to be, it'll create it. You can access your profile, your settings. And like I said with Mango is a library sponsored subscription, but Duolingo is free. Anyone can use it, anyone can access it. It is not something that South Holland pays for, so you're able to access this free. Anyone can use it. You don't need a library card. You just need the website. So if you hit profile, it tells you what you've achieved so far, and it gives you your username. You can edit it, which allows you to kind of add a photo, but I'm not going to add a photo at the moment. It tells you what language you're working on that day, and then your settings. So you can change your username. You can change your sound effects. You can get messages, add a profile picture. Go to the Learning Language tab. You can see all of the language courses that are possible for you to learn. And you can add to them. So we're going to hit French, and we're going to start a course and see if it adds to that. No, it just says French right now. You can change your profile, your password. You can change your name on your profile. You can add a bio. You can try Duolingo Plus, which allows no ads. But all in all, this is Duolingo. If you guys are curious about any of the extra tips, there are handouts available with this video for both Mango and Duolingo. I hope I have helped you guys out. I hope you've learned something. These are the 2 language databases that we offer for our patrons. So hopefully you guys will start practicing. So once the travel ban is lifted, we can all go someplace and learn and speak the language we learned. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now. So I hope I filled you guys in. I hope I answered any extra questions. If you do have any additional questions, feel free to contact us at the library. We are open as of the 20th. You can ask myself, Alex, or Kaylin, and we will not hesitate to answer the questions. You can give us a call, and the ladies of the circulation will transfer you to our numbers. So yeah, hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.